What's up, y'all? I'm here with the second interview. I'm here with the current Archangel Champion, Asuka, otherwise known as FJ. FJ, tell him what's up.
Hey, I'm the reigning Archangel Champion of UXW.
I just listen. Look, when we first started, FJ was just like, "I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna fucking move to the knockouts." And KJ and I were like, "I don't know about that one, Chief." But FJ decided he was gonna do the Oscar gimmick full time. We were like, all right, fuck it, we'll make an exception for FJ. And it's been working out because there's actually been some really fun matches with you. You know, you won the Archangel Championship against Exotic, and what was a huge comeback too. Like you were losing that whole match, and out of nowhere you decided to fucking go try hard mode. Um,
Like during that match, I was nervous. All right, like I'm not even gonna sugarcoat or just act tough and all. I was nervous and I thought I was gonna lose. Like it was 0-4, and I was like, you know what, I lost. GG. I did not expect to come back from that.
I think a lot of people thought you were gonna lose, bro. Like low key at the 4-0 part, we were just like, all right, we have a new champ. Uh, Asuka really just got, fucking clean swept. And then out of nowhere, you were like, nah, fuck this. I'm walking out the champion. And you did.
Like I just found a strategy and then I just stick to it and it was working every fall. Like I just waited for her to swing and then I just started attacking as soon as she was swinging and it worked out.
I mean, hey, man, it worked out. You won the belt. You're the Archangel Champion. The thing is, too, like, that old belt, I feel so bad about that old belt because I was crunched on time, right? I was trying to get all this shit ready, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to throw a belt together. And it wasn't the best. It wasn't a horrible belt. It was definitely better than a lot of different federations, but like overall, it was just it was not the best belt, right? Um, and then I redesigned it. I'm planning on redesigning it again, low key, because I'm still not 100% happy with it. But that's gonna come. That'll come later. Well, first question I had for you, bro, is how does it feel knowing that once the brand split goes on, you're gonna be promoted to a world champion because of the Archangel belt being the main women's champion in the second brand?
Well, to me, I think I've earned it, and like, sure, I haven't like been the brightest and all, or the toughest or in UXW, but I'm pretty sure I'm on that level in as well as the knockouts division, and a few like stars and all. Like, it has a few underrated people, like say S, who's obviously just gunning for my title. Like,
We'll get
can't
to
find
that.
a
We'll
way to
get to
shake.
that.
I can't find a way to shake her off. Then you have Azumi, who's very underrated, and then you have Exotic, that's also overrated, and then you have the other Jess, that's also and still below me, and then you
Did you
have
say?
Naomi.
Hold on, hold on. Did you say Exotic was overrated?
I said underrated.
I swear you said overrated. I'm finna play that shit back. You were like, and then
I
you have
swear I
Exotic
said
who's
underrated. I
overrated.
swear I said
I
underrated.
was like, damn, bro, just taking shots at Exotic. All right. So you were saying you
And
said,
then you have the other
huh?
Jess, who's underrated but still below me, and the Renegade. Can't even argue. See, I'm actually happy that she won the belt because I could have really win that, but I just wanted her to have her moment. 'Cause, see, after I took out Mikey and then I took out Rothia, I was like, you know what? I want to win, and then just out of nowhere, just like, nah, you're not gonna win the kamikaze match.
Yeah, the knockouts. They're low key. Like I don't know what is going on with the knockouts, but like y'all are just so angry. You're so angry. You fight
I'm
so
just sitting
hard.
here like, hey, I'm just chilling. Like,
Yeah, you have the
now
habit of doing that in
the
matches, my
pay-per-views
man.
I'm gonna get to. Want to get to the first, as you said, at Wicked Tides. Yeah, I thought I was gonna lose, but out of nowhere, I just suddenly like came back, and then recently at Whitechapel, like I think Exotic had 2 falls and just had one, and I was at 0, and then I still somehow see,
Yeah,
and then
man.
the dude just stood there and hit. Like, I'll just be honest, like every multi-man match, I just stay back and just let him fight.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
how.
could tell. We could tell. And what's funny too, we talked about that a lot in that last interview. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but Jess had a whole lot to say about you, bro. Like a whole lot, and none of it was very good.
See, no love lost. I understand that she was frustrated that match, and to me, I was going in with the mindset like, look, I'm gonna just try to survive this match and hopefully come out as the champ, and it
hmm
worked out.
it did work out because you're still the champ. Um, I know that you are currently undefeated as a knockout at every pay per view, which is pretty good. You know, it's really good. I know that Exotic is 0 for 2 right now, and it's because of you. Um,
I don't. You're making me sound bad.
I'm not making you sound bad, but all I'm saying is that you've definitely held your own, right? And I think a lot of people, like nobody really thought that you were
See,
gonna retain at Whitechapel. You know what I mean?
that in UXW, people think I'm just people underestimate me or say I'm a pushover. I just tend to like see at house shows. I just or live shows. I just do bad or like say since Jess like fucking just clean sweep me in that triple threat like Friday. I just felt like you know what. I'll just have her have a little momentum and then come to pay per view, just take it all the way.
Wow, so you're saying you're calling it right now. Jess had her moment, and at midterm mayhem, it's over. That moment is done. You're retaining again.
Yes, I am saying that right now.
All right. Well, I do want to get your thoughts on this chamber match too, because you're a part of that as well. Um,
Well,
and that's
I
big,
didn't
dude. That's big.
even lie. There's hella people in the chamber that are good, like that are target that I need to like focus and get. Like you have Brock, you have Jess, you have Ashir, you have Exotic, you have Zoro, all of these people. Like, and then for me to be in the starting four, it puts me in a bad position. Like I could be like out instantly. Like
I'd have
it's
to
one.
disagree with you on that, though. I think being the starting four that puts you in a better position, and the reason why I say that is because, and this is just from experience in matches like that, nobody pays attention to the people who start. You know what I mean? When it's starting two, it's a little harder because you have to 1v1 that one person, hope you can take it, and then you have to kind of defend throughout the entire match. But this is starting.
Yeah.
This is starting four. You know what I mean? So you have three other people who could potentially go after each other or you. You don't know what's gonna happen, right? But every time a pod
Just
opens,
I can
the
just sit back
attention.
like I always do. I can
Exactly,
just sit back and
exactly,
live
exactly. Every
and
time
just
that pod
eventually
opens,
just
everyone's attention turns to that person. You know what I mean? So if I were
winnable.
you, I'd actually prefer being in the starting four. That might just be me. I don't know, but I would prefer it. And I know you have Jess in that same match. Again, I don't know if you watched the interview, but she said the moment that pod opens, she's going straight for you, no matter what.
See, that's the thing I want to talk about. Like, okay, so like I have a huge target on my back beating Jess because she's just gonna stop at nothing to claims my title. So I gotta worry about that while I gotta worry about the chamber. So that's two things I gotta worry about.
It's true, and it's crazy too because let's say you retain against her,
And
right?
like, yeah, but see if I beat her, she has like Dewey and Brock just can come from behind and just sweep me, like just
Yeah,
get me.
it's you're in a rough position, bro. And I don't want to rain on your parade, but everyone that I've talked to, they place you last in terms of who they think is gonna win that chamber. Like they put Asher above you, which that should not. That that should, if anything, that should fuel you, bro. Because every time they think you're gonna lose, you end up taking it. So
See, yeah, like I've been underestimated a lot in UXW, and I just tend to prove them wrong. Like, say at the first pay per view, people was like, "Oh, FJ's not gonna win. Exotic's gonna take it." Then what happened?
yeah, that's
Or
true. That was a big
or
comeback.
at Whitechapel, they was like, "Yo, even you was like, oh, Jess is gonna take it. If not, then
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna."
said it. I'll be 100% honest with you, bro. I did not think that you were going to retain. I thought Jess was going to take it, and if Jess didn't take it, Exotic was going to take it, but I did not think by any means. And that's not me underestimating you. That's just me saying you have two people who don't like you. You know what I mean? And I figured they would be the ones to stop at nothing to get you out that match. And
See, through my mindset in the match, see, I was in a call and I had to go deafen so I could focus, and then so I just stood back and I was like, so they're not going to attack me, and so they just went after each other.
oh,
Went after
dude,
each other.
I was
That was confusing.
I was watching that and I was like, "Oh my god, why are you not fucking going after the champ?" You know what I mean? Like even if like let's say that if it's 2-2-0, right? And you're the one with the zero, all they have to do is get the champ out and they guarantee a new champion. And that means that they up their chances from 33% to 50%. You know what I mean? Like that gives them more of a chance because now there's a new champ guaranteed. But, they didn't do it. I was like, again, if it was me,
I had the mind games on my side, and me going in the match with zero, and then Exotic had one and Jess had two.
yeah.
Me put in that position, it was bad, but somehow again, I came over.
You
I
came
defied
through, dude. You came
your
through.
team.
I don't know how you did it. I remember when I was defending the TV championship at VCW, right? I was in a triple threat at Cash Out, and neither of them wanted to fight, like at all. They were just trying to hide both of them, and I was like, "Fuck it, bro. I'm the champ. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna defend my goddamn belt." So I was jumping after them. You know what I mean? But people need to like keep that mentality. You need to realize that no matter what, it don't matter who you don't like in that match, right? It doesn't matter who, but you need to target that champion because at the end of the day, they got the belt for a reason. They're good. You know what I mean? You want to get them out first. Um, but hey, I mean, apparently, does not everyone shares that same mentality. You are in a chamber match with big names. You got Zoro, you got Dewey, you got Jess, you got Brock. Then you have the underdogs who have done quite well in UXW. You have Asher, right? You have Ben. Um, all these big dudes who are very, very good at
To
what they
me,
do.
this is just me, but I think as soon as I go in the chamber, I just think everybody's just gonna get at me to make sure I get out first. That's just my opinion.
Brock is in the starting four too, right?
Yeah, it's me, Brock, and who else? Was it Exotic or something?
Yeah. I listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my advice. If I was in your position, there's one person who I'd keep my eyes on at all times in that starting four, and I think you know who it is.
It's Brock,
it's
isn't it?
it's Brock. It's Brock. I would try. And the thing is, like anything can happen in a chamber match. Teaming's legal, all that other stuff. But Brock
See,
he's the big threat.
that's what I fear. Like you have all these alliances in the chamber, and then for me, like I don't have any like allies or just like I have enemies. Like I have to stand my ground and try to at least like hold out through the chamber and hope I don't get out.
Well, Exotic isn't a big fan of Jess's, so I don't know who she dislikes more. That's a question you need to ask. I don't know if she dislikes you more or Jess more, but if she dislikes Jess more, that could be that could be a good little alliance right there. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't hurt her for disliking me because I kind of ruined her chances twice. But I wouldn't. At the same time, I wouldn't. I would understand if she hates Jess more because during the match, like Exotic was gonna like drop me, and then Jess just came out of nowhere and just took the hit, and then which
That's true.
ultimately
That's
win.
true. And I think Jess did that because she had swept you the week prior, right, to be added into that match. So I think her mentality was, I know I can beat FJ. I need to get Exotic out.
See, yeah. Speaking of that match, okay, so
Uh oh. Uh oh.
going through my mindset, this is behind the gimmick. Like going through my mindset, I was like, why not? I'm gonna just add Jess into it. So I just on purpose just let her 2-0. I just let her 3-0 me. Okay,
I
that's
don't
just.
think I don't think Jess is gonna like you anymore after hearing that, bro. Loki.
I'm
FJ
just
saying
being
right
honest.
now, I'm quoting you. You said I let her 3-0 me just to add her into that match.
No love lost. Saying.
Alright, well let me ask you this then. What if it was just you and Exotic? Do you think you'd still be Archangel Champion today?
See, if it was just me and her, like she told me, like prior to the match, she trained a lot, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not touch a clean at all for the leading to the match. So I'm pretty sure she would have the advantage on me because I sure was not practicing these weeks prior to the match.
Now on the flip side, what if it was just you and Jess and Exotic wasn't in the picture?
That that could be anybody's ball game. Like it's a 50-50 chance. Like I could beat Jess, she could beat me. Sure, she'd gain a few wins over me, but it just I'm just a good person that like when it comes to pay-per-views, like they can have like two falls and I can just no, let me just crush your hopes of just winning this
Apparently
high.
so. Apparently so. I know you have a little running. It's not really a feud. You're kind of just butthurt that you got destroyed by Neolina. I know you're
Okay,
really.
listen here. Okay. So like my match against her, I was like, okay, I got this in the bag. And then y'all just like, oh, it's a 5. And then she was playing mind games with me. Like I was so thrown off. So I couldn't focus. And then she was like, and then out of nowhere she came back. I'm like, wow. I didn't even know what to say. Like,
KJ did say 5 at first. I don't know what that was. Like she said 5 at first, and then apparently she switched it to 3. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, Neolina wasn't really paying attention, but yeah, you did kind of get your ass kicked, bro. Like she pulled
no,
she
no, no,
pulled
no,
the
no, no,
U
no, no,
on
no,
you.
no, 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 no. See, you know what? As soon as I get done with Jess, I would love to like have another match with Neolina. And if it
Neolina
means
disappeared. I don't know where she is.
see Neil, why you had to transfer her to the Shadow Realm? I could have faced her again.
You probably would have lost again, but you know there.
She was here for the past 2 shows she was hosting, so she could have like.
That's true. That's true. She could have done it then, but she didn't. That's unfortunate. You know we
But
have that special event coming up with Mikey. Were you there for that announcement?
no, I
Murder
wasn't.
Brawl. So we're doing a shoot wrestling MMA style event called Murder Brawl. It's going to be at the 2300 Arena. And one of the matches on there is Exotic versus KJ's Mime. Who do you think's going to take that one?
That would be a match I'd love to see.
Who do you think's going to take that one?
See, you have Exotic, who's very experienced, and in UXW, who's very underrated, who's really in terms of fighting is really good, and like someone you don't want to underestimate. See, like me, for example, like I just picked me, but like then you have KJ, who all of a sudden just revealed herself as the mime. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. See, to me, I knew it all along because at some point I was like, you know what? If it's not Neo, then it was gonna be KJ. Like, there was nobody,
A lot of
nobody.
people thought it was going to be Mikey, low key.
So Mikey, so you're saying Mikey was shadow boxing himself in that match at Kai?
No, I mean after that match, a lot of people thought that Mikey was going to be the new mime.
I didn't think that Mikey would.
Yeah,
But
you
in
called
that match, I would
KJ.
give it. But in that match, I'd give it to Exotic. I think Exotic could
Wow.
like overcome the mind in the mind games and just take the win.
All right. What about there's also Mikey versus Brock.
Ooh, see, that's a good match. That's like you have two very skillful rowers and very experienced, and it's I don't know who to give it to. Like Buffalo, it's in anyone's ballpark at that match.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be really good. I have a match with Ruthless at that show too, so that's gonna be really fun. I'm really
Oh,
excited
Ruthless
for
is
it.
winning. Oh,
Wow,
Ruthless is winning. No.
wow. Okay, well, when I beat his ass, I'm gonna have to throw that in your face. Um,
Okay.
I know that for Wicked
See,
Tides, I was like, I'm gonna make
speaking of the
him.
knockouts
Yeah,
division,
yeah. Go ahead.
see, I've been putting it on my back for the past 2 months now,
Mm.
but I would love to like face more, like give more people a shot. Like for example, Azumi, I would love to give her a shot, or Jess, for example, the other Jess, not the obsessed Jess, not that one. No, 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 the other.
The obsessed Jess. Yikes. Well, you know, Jess still has her rematch clause for the Knockouts Championship.
I mean, if she wants to go through Rosemary, then hey, that's her. Like that's
Well, you
speaking of
know,
Rosemary.
Exotic
Speaking of
beat. I
Rosemary,
think was it Exotic? Let me check. I know. I'm pretty sure it was Exotic who like ran through Rosemary at the last show.
that was me.
It was you. I thought. Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. True. My bad.
Because
Let me
I
see.
remember
So
facing Rosemary, and it was like 3-1,
that
3-2.
was you. That was you. That was you. That's my bad. I know that Exotic wants to go for the Knockout Championship, though. She mentioned to me like once, so you might not have to worry about her anymore. You might just have to worry about Jess, which is good.
Yeah, it's just, there's the knockouts champ Rosemary, and then people could be for her as well. But like, then again, I'm the Archangel champion, so that's technically a mid card title until the brand split comes. But like, Jess, I don't know how to shake her. Like, you know what? If we have to feud for like 5 months over this title, then hey, so be it.
She really wants to beat you, dude. She, like I
I,
said,
I
we had
get the
a.
determination and passion that she. Hey, I'm up for all challenges. Like, even though I hit in that match, hey, I'm to back down.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I don't know how much you watched that interview, but she had a lot to say, and none of it was nice. Like none of it was nice about you.
All of a side, hey, it just happens, you know. Just a little spark in her, just it just makes her determined. Like say, you know what, FJ, I'm gonna beat you for your top. And then she got me by like last show. She proved her point. I'm gonna give her that.
All right, man. Who do you think's taking the chamber match overall? Like, who do you think's gonna walk out the new world champ, the new pure champion?
You know what? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat and say it's me. I would, I think that I'm gonna give it to Brock or Dewey. I'm not even gonna go. I'm going off experience, so I just think either Brock or Dewey is gonna take it.
You think we're gonna see some friendships turn sour in that match, considering that DX and Jess is participating in it?
Now, now it's a chamber match, so like it could come down to hell. It could come down to them three. So eventually at one point, one of them's gonna have to like decide on who's gonna take it because it could come down to them three.
That's true, bro. But let me tell you, I've been in a whole lot of chamber matches, and friendships never hold up, bro. And it almost never lasts until the end. Let me tell you, it rarely
I can
does.
agree. I can agree on that
It rarely does, bro. Listen,
because
if I
you can form an alliance and then at the end of the match it could be y'all two or y'all three and y'all just like, oh,
yep,
see, I didn't prepare for this.
yep. I was telling Jess that if I was her, I would literally just rat the fuck out of Brock and Dewey. I would rat them both, dude. Like,
See,
I,
that's something. I'm not even gonna lie. That's something I would do.
I
Like
know that's some shit that you would do.
as
That's
soon
why
as
I
they're
would not want
distracted,
to be.
I'll just take advantage as they're distracted.
I would not want to be on your team in a chamber match. Let me tell you, because you fight fucking dirty, bro, and you know you do. You're so fucking dirty, dude.
I mean, I just play smart. It's an idea.
Hey, I'll give it to you. It works. You know, when you came, who I think it was Jess, right? Jess is the one who brought you to UXW in the first place.
Yeah, yes, that's what I wanted to talk. See, at first I was like, what UXW, and then just DM'd me. She was like, okay, so FJ Neil booked me in a tag team. Do you want to join? And I was like, oh, Neil hosted? Why not? I'm gonna just go ahead. And literally on my first night, I won a title. Like on my first night.
Yeah, you run the Renegade belt. I was like, what the fuck? FJ's the first. He's the first champ. Okay.
So yeah, I thank Jess for that, for bringing me here, and mainly the reason why I'm like why my career is so great. Like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have came here anytime soon.
You literally started out as the first Renegade champ, lost it in the next show, like the very next show, and then out of
Okay, so
nowhere just became a woman and just fucking dominated everybody.
okay, listen, listen here. Okay, like okay. So Jess also told me the knockouts division was low, and then and I realized I had an Asuka gimmick for a year, and I was like, what the heck? Why not? Why don't I just transfer myself to the knockouts division? And then it was worth it. Like I don't regret doing anything about that. Like that was actually one of the best moments of my career there. Like I'm pretty sure if I didn't go like do a female gimmick, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Hey man, like you single handedly elevated yourself into star status from that, which,
See,
bro, kudos to you, dude.
now, okay, so take the warnings aside. Like take the me smiting people and me healing my, take that away. Other than that, I can say that I've been doing pretty good.
Bro, in that match when she was like obviously smacking you and you were losing like no health, I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second, and I can check logs and I see
I'm
you
not
health.
even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't because I wanted to. I just did it just as a troll. I
You
wasn't
did it
like
just.
just that was me being a troll. All right.
Hey, did you? I can't even remember. Did you win that match or did you lose that match?
I still lost that match. And then after that, I just got like, oh, y'all are always on my case, like, oh, he's helped himself. You know, I was just sitting here like, no, I don't even have admin. I'm not. Even,
Yeah, that's true. We were making fun of you about that for a while. That shit was so funny, and it was even funnier when you would like get a fall, and I'd be like, "FJ, why you help 100?" And then your opponent would be
I
like,
was
"Oh, he's
like, I
cheating!"
know this dude is
Ah,
not
ah.
serious.
Then I'd be like,
I know
"I'm
this dude
kidding.
is not
I'm
serious.
kidding. He actually smacked you. Calm down." All right, let me ask you this question. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, for the upcoming pay per view, because I found out that I'm gonna be a cover star. Like,
That's true.
see, I've done a lot to like at least earn that spot because I have to jump through hurdles to get to where I'm at now, and a few wins and a few losses, it doesn't matter. Like, out of overall, it just comes from like entertaining the peeps and just showing why UXW is way better than any other. Like,
I like that.
UXW got to be like one of the feds I enjoyed most. Like, it's
Everybody says that. It always makes me feel so good. I keep telling people, like, from the beginning, we just really did not want to take ourselves too seriously. Like, this is about the fun, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, if I wanted to, I could go to JHW. I am just kidding. Don't fuck. Drop my. Don't relinquish my title.
Listen, I'm not like Nemesis. I'm not gonna, like, fucking ban you just for saying another fucking federation's name, which I believe, I don't remember who they did that to, but, like, somebody got muted or banned or kicked for doing that. I was like, you guys fucking serious? This shit's dumb. But yeah, that beef is pretty much over. We're not trying to. I'm just like KJ and I are like, we're already operating at like a higher level. We don't have to worry about them.
Now, if I wanted to pick who I would fight, I would either pick, as you said, KJ. I would want to fight KJ or Rosemary again. Like, my match with Rosemary was good. Like, she proved to me why she deserves to be Knockouts champion. But in the end, I just proved I'm the superior champ.
So here's on that note, who do you think is top dog in UXW? Period. Like championships
Okay, so
aside, who is top dog?
okay, so let's go to the talent roster. Like, okay, so in all honesty, I just feel like there's a hell of a lot of underdogs in UXW. So, like, for example, Rothia, I really think he has a lot of talent and he's very experienced and he's just a little underrated, but he's a good like wrestler.
I agree.
And you have Ruthless, who's also a good TD wrestler, and you have like a few new names that are introduced in UXW. Like, you have Ven, for example, you have Zoro, and then you have Dewey and Brock, who just came and just. Speaking of that, Neil, how them paint agrees taste?
I listen.
Like, you're just every show, just you're the only person I see get hit with that. Like, nobody.
Yeah, I said that to Dewey. He's like, no, 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 no. I gave KJ one last show, and I was like, yeah, one.
One to like you're fucking 20.
More than that. Maybe 20 per show. Yeah.
Like, I'm just sitting here just laughing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. Like, if I'm in a match with Jess and then out of nowhere they just paint agree me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Listen, I told Dewey, I was like, the moment DX won those tag titles, I was just like, I'm
You
fucked.
kind of
That's it.
fucked
Like,
yourself
I'm
when you won.
fucked, dude.
You kind of fucked yourself when that happened.
Yep. I didn't think they were gonna win. There was like 6 teams. I thought that someone else was gonna take it, but of course, fucking Brock had to just goddamn fling himself into the title to grab it. I was like, well, all right.
Now, as far as the knockouts, I wouldn't call myself the best, but there's a lot of people on that are good. Like, you have Jess, who is just way too determined to get me, and I'm not even gonna lie, she's a good wrestler. She's a good wrestler and very experienced. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and underestimate her and be like, you know what? I beat Jess like at the last pay per view, so I got it. And then she just like, no, I just sweeped you like the last show, and then this show prior to the Whitechapel match. Like, I'm not. Jess is not to be underestimated. Like, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have Exotic, who's a true underdog in the knockout. Like,
That
if
is
I
very
wanted,
true.
like, she's giving me hell matches over the past 2 months. Like,
Yeah,
I
I've
can't even,
noticed. I feel like you have to dig the deepest when you're facing Exotic.
like, you're really sucked in and you got to really like focus. Now, let's go to the Renegade Champion Scarlet X. Like, okay, okay. All jokes aside, like, she's proven why. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be. it wasn't for her introducing me to this Fed. Like, which is all bullshit aside. Like, all egos, putting my ego aside, this I gotta give it to her. And then you have Azumi, who I haven't seen in a while, but someday she'll become either Knockouts champ or beat me for my Archangel champ. Like,
Yeah, Azumi is
out
definitely
of
going to be
nowhere, and
one of.
just prove why she's the underdog in the Knockouts division.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like 5 people. There's only 5 people in the Knockouts division. There's 6. Like,
Well, there's more. They're just kind of, a lot of them are on and off. You know what I mean?
they know show. Yeah, they just.
They'll be there for like a show, then they won't show up for like 2 or 3, and they'll come back like, "Hi, I'm here. Give me a title shot." Like, no, fuck off.
I mean,
So,
you can give it to him. I'll just clutch him again. You can give it
yeah, there we
to
go.
him.
There we go. Anyone who asks me for a title shot, I'll throw him in with Asuka.
Okay, okay.
You know that
Send him my
brutal.
way.
You
I'll
know.
save Rosemary the trouble. You can send him my way.
You know,
As soon as
brutal
you
low
vote
key
yes,
was
you can
gonna
just.
become a woman just to face you.
Who was?
Brutal.
Wait, you said Mikey?
No, brutal gods for life.
Oh, who was that again? I'm just kidding. And I'm just. I mean, I think I remember having one match with him, and I think I 2 to 3. Like, I see he's like Jess, except like he's in the males division. Like, he's very determined to be like a lot of people are
Mm-hmm.
like Mikey, for example. Like his homo gimmick. I don't know what the hell that was.
Listen, UXW would not be where it was if we didn't give the wrestlers creative control. Like, I'm not trying to like get on and everything. If you want to be the hardcore homo, you can be the hardcore homo. I might not understand the gimmick, but listen, it's your thing.
I mean, there's Neil Lena who understands that gimmick. I'm just let me
Neil,
stop.
listen, look, you're just mad that Neolina kicked your ass, all right?
Okay, listen here. She got lucky against me.
Oh, she got
I'm gonna
lucky.
say that.
There's no luck. There's no luck. You know how you keep clutching people? That you
No.
just gotta taste your own medicine. That's what happened.
See, oh, and speaking of which, there's one champ I forgot.
Mm.
That was Steven. Like, that was Steven. I forgot to mention Steven. Like,
Yeah, Steven, dude. Steven is really something else. You know, he hasn't lost a single time. Like, a single
so he's
time in
been under
UXW.
in
He
the
has
past.
literally not lost any matches in UXW, including matches that involve multiple people.
Hmm. I mean, if I had to do an intergender match, I would want to fight Steven. So
Yeah,
I can just.
Steven is, dude. Steven is really just fucking something else. Like, he's on another level, dude. Like, I keep telling people. I said it in the last interview. I'm saying it again. If Steven, right, if he ever decided to go into mainstream wrestling, he would be like a top guy. The only thing that's
I can
stopping
see
him is
that.
himself. That's
A
it.
lot of potential for the. He has a lot of potential.
He swept Rosie, dude. He swept Rosie when Rosie came. He beat Dewey, right? He's beating all these big guys who come through, no problem.
See, if I wanted to have an intergender match, I would want to. I would want to crack at snapping his streak.
Snapping his it's crazy. Whoever actually manages to beat him, like that would just catapult them up, like way up
That
to the
would
top.
give him a lot of confidence and just boost them. Like a
Exactly, dude.
example, like you said in your recent interview, you said Ashir's like a big underdog in UXW. I can
Mhm.
see like the guy has a lot of potential.
Yep.
Like, I'll give him that.
Yeah, Asher. He is, like I said in the other interview. Like, Asher reminded me a ton of me. When I was first starting, like back in 2014, stuff like that. When I was just trying to get ahead of things, and that's why I have a soft spot for him. But Asher, he dude does not give up. You know what I mean? He lives and breathes pro wrestling. He genuinely enjoys it. He loves it on a deeper level. He doesn't just do it to win the belts and stuff like that. He does it because he enjoys it. You know what I mean?
I
And that's
respect that. I respect
exactly,
that.
yeah. So do I. That's a whole different level of dedication that not a lot of people have anymore. And I think that honestly makes him a wild card because you have a lot of people who kind of discredit them. And granted, I'll be honest, in terms of gimmick, right, in terms of mic work and style, he's not there yet. But you can tell,
Hey.
you
Neither
can
am I. But
you can tell he's
when
evolving
you
into
have
it.
good when you have good wrestling capability, you mic skills. You can just set that aside. You can not talk, and you can just be just like a straight beast in matches. Like, you can just like me, for example, I know my mic skills are like bad, but in terms of fighting, I just let my cleans do the talking for me. Like,
Yep, and that's the thing with Asher. Like Asher, and the reason why I said not there yet is because 100% I know he will get there. It's a matter of when. Um, but he has like everything he needs. When I look at Asher, I see how these other big stars started out. You know what I mean? Like that's how Asher. That's what he feels like to me. And I think once he gets that ball rolling, once he finds out who he really is, you know what I mean? Like once he gets his gimmick together, like the thing he wants to stick with, once he gets himself that clean ass theme, right? Gets those mic skills together, like dude's gonna be a top star, 100%. It's just a matter of when.
see, I wanted to talk about my career in UXW. Like when I first started, I just looked at the people that were here when I first got here. I was like, man, I'm gonna be a pushover. Like I'm gonna just be booked for matches and just get shit on like every match. But a good start. I won the Renegade title. Like that's a good
Mhm.
start
Mhm.
to boost my. And then the tag match. Like and then the tag match.
Mhm.
See, yeah, it was a loss, and I'm not gonna blame Jess for our loss because Insanity and Azumi gave it their all, and too. Like there's
Mhm.
no one to blame here. And then I went on to lose the Renegade title to K-Mass in the death match, and I was not ready for that. I'm gonna be honest. I was not going ahead. I was like, oh, I see K-Mass. I think he's gonna be an easy target. Let me just pick him. And then as soon as he said TD, I realized that he was experienced in takedowns,
You
and
were
I was
like shit.
shit. And then after the match, Jess told me she was like, why did you pick? Why did you pick? I was like, I was not thinking very well.
Hey, listen, you don't even need the Renegade title anymore, bro. Like where you are
Yeah, I'm
now.
not even. I mean, I've been the Archangel champ for how long? Like
Yep.
almost.
You're the first and you've been the only so far. You haven't lost.
Well, then that's a short way.
Yeah, I mean, you've been the only Archangel champ. And the thing is, too, like, when it comes to K-Mass, I like K-Mass a lot, but he's kind of like in limbo, you know what I mean, in terms of what he's able to do, because you have all these different guys who specialize in certain stuff. And he's good at pretty much everything, but there's nothing that he's, like, the guy in besides mic work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's. I can agree with that. I can
And
vouch. For that.
that's why I keep trying to get him to do what you did and use one of those stupid ass fucking female gimmicks he keeps posting in the fucking renders channel. Um,
This dude, I'm gonna just tell you, he loves to post his random
yeah,
chat.
I know, and I'm cool with that. But I keep telling him like use one of those and go against like go after FJ, go after Rosemary, but he doesn't want to. And I would love to push the absolute shit out of him. And the reason why I still do those stupid ass little segments with him is because I want him involved and I want him to be known. You know what I mean?
Y'all
But
hear that?
otherwise, like I don't have anything else for him.
Hear that? Y'all hear that, folks? Neo said he's gonna put if he just does a female gimmick. So that's coming from him.
I like K-Mass and I actually think he could be great. I just don't think that he's gonna do much when he has to compete with people like Ben, Brock, Steven, Dewey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the I'm not even gonna the men's division has hell. Like there's you can't call anyone bad in that division. Like everyone has their own fighting style, and I respect that. That is not why I wanted to division though.
hmm And the thing is too, like I really think that he would benefit from stepping in as a knockout. And listen, I don't want to. That's not saying all those guys who are absolute trash, in the men's division, just become a woman and it'll be easy for you, because that's not true. All right. The girls are
Yeah, it's
hard.
not
Like
true.
the girls are
It's
tough. And I don't want you just saying, "Oh, I suck here, so let me just go over here and bully some women for a belt," because then that's just not. You're fucking garbage. Like
where's the fun in
you're
that?
still
Like
trash. There's no fun in that, dude. You're ruining it for everybody else, and there's no fun in it for you, right? Only reason why I say that about you is because you had the skill, you had what you needed. It's just you couldn't necessarily compete at the level with the men, so you switched over, and now you're in a really really good spot, right? And the same could go for K-Mass. You both had something that you could give, right?
mm-hmm.
That would work well, and that just I can't say that for everybody. Like Brutal, fuck that. I don't think he should fucking do what he wants to do. Like that's stupid. Don't stop. All right. Um, I take it on a case by case basis.
Now I wanna get back on what. Now, I watched the whole interview, or at least to what y'all was interviewing about, and I
Mm.
just want to say, like, I give Jess credit for like being determined to like get my title and all that, but it's
But
not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy.
hey, man, listen. You're hearing this from me. I think if anybody is gonna take that belt off of you, I think it's gonna be Jess. Just because there's a
Off
certain fire,
experience,
huh?
I'm not gonna be like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Like, off experience, she beats me in that tremendously. Like, I've only row wrestled for like 3 years.
Well,
Wrestled
I'm not saying it for experience. I'm not saying for experience. I'm saying this, and again, I haven't. I did a whole lot in row wrestling, but it's been a long time, so I'm really speaking more from an MMA perspective. But like when you step in, for you it'd be a ring, but for me, like when I step into that cage and I know I'm hungry and there's nothing I want more than taking that dude out, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to knock that fucker out. You know what I mean? I remember my fight with Brock for the middleweight championship. I was so scared, dude. I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, he beat me before. He's been beating everybody. Am I really about to be the dude to end his streak and take this belt off of him?
and
And then when I walked into that cage, I was like, listen, if it's not gonna be me, nobody else here can fucking do it. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna give this dude everything I got. And if I fall, I fall. If I take that belt, he's a little bitch, right? And
okay, that's
Brock is
wasn't what I was expecting.
Brock is still a little bitch to this day because I took that belt off. You know what I mean? Like
That's Neo saying and not Brock.
there's
That's Neo saying and not. I have nothing to associate with this. Don't
there's a certain
agree here.
fire.
This
There's a
yeah.
there's a certain
There's a
hunger.
sort of fire in your belly, and that's the same. That's the same with Jess. Like
Yeah, she's got that hunger.
yeah. She's determined to like take my title, and then
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna just play mind games with her, like just mess with her a little bit. Like I'm gonna just be like, oh, you're gonna take my title, okay? Just
Yeah, dude. She's got that fire, right? She's got that hunger. She has her goal. She wants to take that belt off you. And listen, if you can weather that storm, then you deserve to be the champion. You know what I mean? But I think if anybody at this point can do it, it's her.
so she's the basically you're saying she's like the for the knockouts division, and then that can stop me.
I think that, like I said, if you can stop Jess at all times, you're going to be Archangel Champion for a very, very long time. But I think that Jess is the dark horse of the knockouts when it comes to your belt. Like, she's the one
Unless
who,
you
you know what I mean?
unless you make it a triple threat match or a fatal four way match, and yeah, you really gotta just.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't like. There's no one else for you right now. Like, it's Jess or nobody. That's the thing right now. So,
I
this
mean, you have like I said, you have a Zoom exo
Azumi's
and
coming off multiple losses though right now. Like, she's not in a contendership spot at the moment.
damn Zoom, I feel bad for you.
And that's
You know
not me
what?
saying she won't be. That's not me saying that she won't be. Just right now, she's not.
She just like needs a little practice, and then eventually she'll get to where she needs to.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having another fight with Jess.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's.
it's something. Like I'm not even gonna call her bad. Like I know she. In all honesty, I know she's probably gonna take it off of me. Like if I were to lose the belt, I would probably lose it to her. Like
Who would you
uh,
want to lose it to?
who would I want to lose it to?
Yeah.
Practically anyone on the knockouts division. Because I want to give them all a chance to like have that feeling that I have been having for the past like 2 months now, to
Hmm.
make them feel good. Like I'm not trying to say you need a belt to be good. I'm just saying like have like a sort of like a have a little confidence in yourself going into the match, and like yeah, as soon as you win, you just feel like you've achieved something. That's just in general. Also in general,
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
I would most likely I wouldn't be mad if I lost it to anyone on the knockouts division. Whether it would be Jess, whether it be Exotic, whether it be Azumi, whether it be the other Jess. I wouldn't. Okay, let me just. I wouldn't rather it be the Jess that got me where I am today. Let me just rephrase that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just see like a lot of potential in them. Like they have fire in their belly. And they let it. They have fire in them and determined, but they just don't want to let it out. Except for Jess. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, man, that's a fair point. Alright, bro, before I let you go, let's hear call outs, any kind of things you want to plug, any last statements, closing statements you want to say. Now's your chance, bro. Let it all out.
There's there's a message I want to send to.
To who? To who you cut out?
There's a message I want to send to the knockouts division. Like as soon as either if I win or lose from Jess. Let's say if I win, there's like anyone can gun at me at that point. If I beat Jess, any female, any male, I don't care which, whoever transfers to the knockouts division is the doors are open. Like you can always challenge me anytime, whether it be my title or just have a match with me. And if I lose, then I would have to work my way up either to regain my title or go for the knockouts championship. Like I just want to say that I want to prove why I've been holding the knockouts division on my back for the past 2 months. Like it's not all for nothing now.
Yeah, man, I agree. You got any specific call outs? Anybody who should be paying close attention to you?
Neolina right now. Yeah, I hope Neolina's watching.
I'll be sure to let Neolina know. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to plug before we dip? And any closing statements?
Well, I just want to thank UXW for having me where I am today, and that it does a really great job of when it comes to creativity and booking. I think it does a tremendous job of that. Like all jokes aside,
I appreciate that, bro. I know
it
KG
gives
is gonna appreciate that. Go
it
ahead,
gives a lot
continue.
of people like it gives underrated people like in the talents division and in the knockouts. It's a fair balance, like in terms of booking. Like y'all don't just book the same people over and over, like or y'all don't just only book the like I want to say relevant, but I don't know.
Yeah, relevant's a harsh word. I think more mainstream. We try not to book the more mainstream people. Like, I have my little thing going on with DX, right? But I try to get everybody into a match. You know what I mean? Like when Exotic
And
and
I like
Benny.
that. Like I like that you give all people like now if they just DM you constantly saying, "Yo, can you book?" Yeah, I'm
Yeah, no.
interested.
Let me tell you, I get a lot of those, bro, and it's fucking irritating. I want to fucking shoot myself every single time.
See, for me, I don't. I just wait till I'm booked. Like I'm just normally quiet and just if I get TP, then I just get my theme, play it.
Yeah, except for when you're fucking
Wow.
asleep, like last week, right, FJ?
Okay, so like, listen here. All right,
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't my fault.
Oh, okay, it wasn't your fault. Yeah, I TP'd you like twice. Like twice.
Okay, so like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was really tired that day. Like, as soon as you
Mm-hmm.
TP, oh shit, let me fucking play my theme.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, listen, I'm not gonna hold it against you. Right? I'm not gonna hold it against you. All I know is last question, right before we dip. What are we
Mm-hmm.
gonna see from Asuka up until lockdown, our big Mania pay per view?
I can sum it all in one word:
All right, let's hear
Dom-
it.
dominance. That's all you're gonna see.
Well,
And
thank
if
you.
dominance, then like determination and confidence. That's the three words I need for Oscar to like. That's all she needs. Like, if she has those three words, she's good. Like, she's been underestimated like quite a lot, but she tends to prove people wrong, especially the chairman. Like right here.
That is fucking true, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is fucking Asuka, right? This is our second UXW interview. FJ, you're a monster, my man. We're definitely gonna keep you in the loop, and we'll see what you have in store this Friday.
Mm-hmm. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out, y'all. Alright, peace.